Hello, everyone. Afternoon version of Softball and Grandpa. Um, Wednesday, I think. Hey, I always say the definition of love is doing something for somebody else for fun or for free because you want to, with no expectation in return. And the reason I say that is that I found out the hard way. I was a couple years sober, and I had a girlfriend, and I used to pick roses from my mom's bushes in the morning, and I would drop them off. I'd back into my girlfriend's driveway and drop them off on her back porch. So when she got up in the morning to go get the paper, she had fresh roses. Sometimes I'd put them in a coffee can, put water in there, and sometimes I'd just lay them on her porch. Well, one afternoon after I did this, I went to her house, and I walked in the house, the kitchen, and she was doing the dishes, and the roses were laying on the side on the counter. So they've been laying there all day long, and I was, I didn't say nothing to her, but I was kind of tweaked, and I was pissed. In fact, I think I left. But I went and shared this with my sponsor, and my sponsor says, "Rich, did you put the roses there because you loved her?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, you did that, you put them there with no expectation in return, right?" And I said, "Well, I expected her to put them in water." I said, "No." Because he says, "No, she could have thrown them away and you should have been good with it." And he pointed out to me, it says that, because I got the good feeling of love when I put them on the porch. And when I drove away, I was feeling good, and I felt good all day long. It wasn't only until I got to her house later that afternoon where I found out that she didn't put them in water. And I was pissed. So, that was a valuable lesson that he taught me. He says, you had an expectation she would throw them in water. I got the good feeling when I put them on the porch. So that's why it's try not to have any expectation of you go to work, if you work all week long, you're supposed to get a paycheck. They don't pay you. What good is it going to do to raise hell? I got fired from a job one Friday because I went into a bank and cashed my check. I was the last guy to the bank, and all the other carpenters' checks got cashed, but mine didn't because there was insufficient funds, and I raised the hell in the bank. The bank manager called the contractor, and the contractor fired me. I did get my money because I had a bunch of his tools, but I had an expectation I was going to get paid. That check was going to be good. So what good did it do me to get all pissed off? Zero. Maybe I should go zero like that, or like this. There you go. Well, yeah. I can't even see myself. But anyway. Do something for somebody else for fun or for free because you want to with no expectation in return. God bless. Talk to you soon.